Alright, so today I'm going to be doing an update video on my Salomon Quest 4s that I bought about 2 years ago and that I probably have about 250 miles on. Yeah, so I bought these used actually with like 20 miles on them, pretty much brand new, good condition. I don't remember why they were returned. Initially, I made a review on these guys that was pretty negative. First 100 miles, I noticed that the little latch right here that holds the laces, was kind of coming up already, which could have compromised the waterproofness of the shoe. Yeah, I think that was kind of a bit of an overreaction. I've put another 150 miles on them, and they really have not had any wear and tear that I have noticed besides that little latch issue. When I first saw that happening, I figured, in the next 50 miles it's going to be done, but it really hasn't been that big of a deal at all. The shoes are in great condition still. The tread is pretty much all there. As far as what they look like, they look pretty much brand new still. They look great. I guess what I will say, this is going to be pretty quick. Salomon shoes definitely aren't what they used to be, and if you go and look at a lot of the recent reviews on their website, a lot of people are having issues with them breaking down at even 100 miles, which is super unfortunate because out of all the hiking shoes I've tried, the Salomon Quest 4s are by far the most comfortable. They feel the best on my foot in terms of hiking boots. In terms of regular running shoes, Ultras, the older Ultras with the wider toe box, I really like the 4.5s. Those are super awesome. But as far as hiking boots, nothing I've tried comes close to the comfort of the Salomon Quest 4s. So yeah, this is just a quick update and basically a durability update, and they're in great shape. As far as waterproofness goes, pretty much all shoes that have Gore-Tex as their waterproofness, either you're going to sweat in them when they're going to get wet, eventually the waterproofness finish is going to wear off and they're going to get wet. If you're going through puddles that are almost up to your ankle, your feet are definitely going to get wet. If you're walking through snow or, very shallow puddles, you're going to be totally fine. But if you're walking through like muddy water, any water deeper than 2 inches, your feet are going to get wet unless you bought them like that day or applied some kind of finish on them. Another thing to note too is that applying a water resistant finish onto the shoe, it's not going to do a lot because whenever you lace them up and untie them, it just rips that away really quickly. So another thing I'd like to say too is that these shoes are super great for going in deep snow, and all you really need are some gaiters. I picked up a pair of gaiters from Decathlon that are super great. A lot of times getting like a real snow boot that rides really high up on your leg is not the best because when you bend your foot forward, that super tall collar of the boot will bend over on itself and create wrinkles that just gets really annoying on long hikes, which is why pretty much if I'm ever going in deep snow, I'll just wear these and then bring a gaiter, which works super well. Another reason I really like these guys is that they dry out super fast. I have a pair of boot warmers that just have a heater and a little fan that plugs into the wall, and I can run that for about an hour and they're completely dry from being soaking wet, which is super awesome, especially for hiking boots. Trail running shoes, those dry out in no time, obviously, because they're super thin, but it's nice to have a pair of boots that dry super fast. If you have a pair of really thick, big snow boots that you can't take the inside out of, they're not going to dry fast at all. So I love that about the Salomon Quest 4s. In terms of comfort, they are phenomenal. I've gone on super long hikes in these. I've never had any blisters or anything. They're super molded to my foot by this point. Yeah, I absolutely love them for comfort. For durability, I would still give them probably like a 6 out of 10 or maybe a 7, but it's a lot better than my previous, or what I thought was going to happen, which would have been like a 0 out of 10. So they are doing pretty good on durability. I haven't had any problems with the toe coming undone or with any delamination going on yet, and I've used them in very cold temperatures, and I've also used them with the foot heater thing, which is usually a big cause of that happening. Shoes of this quality that costs $250 should last 1,000 miles, I think. No matter what you do, they should last 100 miles at least before they're completely unusable. I haven't gotten near to that point, so I can't make a full review, but so far, 250 miles on these guys. They look brand new. I have a lot of hope that they absolutely could get to 1,000 miles. Yeah, sometimes I even put them like on the heater and stuff, which you're really not supposed to do because that does, it's bad for the glue, and going from cold to hot, it will create delamination issues, but I have been doing that quite a bit, and I haven't had any issues at all. So I'm sure if you don't do that, it would be even better. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. They're a really good pair of shoes, and although they're not quite as durable as I think they used to be, I still think they're a great option today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.